And lichess.org. Intro National Master William Pascal, otherwise known as Sladgie. Excuse me, Sladgie on Twitch. Sparkle Horse is my tribute name here on lichess.org. You guys can challenge me today to casual games. The theme of the day is unusual openings. Normally, I've been doing this for a while, actually like a year. Wednesday is unusual opening stream, so I'm playing stuff that I wouldn't normally play, kind of offbeat variations, but nothing too extreme. Sorry for the late start, guys. I do reserve the right to change the stream times due to personal responsibilities and lessons and stuff like that, so I had to start a little bit later. Normally we're aiming for 4 o'clock p.m. EDT. But we went with the 4:30 today, so we're starting just a little bit earlier. A little bit later, excuse me. Was in my mind. It takes me a while to get warmed up, guys. Thanks again, as JCS pointed out, we had some bits donations yesterday. Bob Sakamano, Move 11, and Acerbate. Thanks, you guys, for those donations. I do want to mention our promotion for chesslecture.com. We do want to recommend you guys check out chesslecture.com. It's a great library. You can get a membership for $15 for 3 months over at chesslecture.com, a site that I've done over 500 videos for, so check it out. Alright, guys, so today's Weird Wednesday. We're going to take some challenges, unusual openings, and I've got 5 challenges so far. Troll and a roll. That's obviously going to be chess 960, which is always unusual. S4. I am going to take any kind of subscribers first, so I don't know. The only one I'm not sure about, I don't think Fonza Curry is a subscriber. We got Troll and a roll. S4. Is Troll still a subscriber? At last glance, I think he was. Is he in the chat today, Troll? Troll's kind of laying low. He's like Submariner. We still have Troll and a roll. I'm just making that up. Did I do 500 videos on Chess Lecture? I thought I read that somewhere. I've been doing them for a long time. I mean, if I did a video a week for 10 years, how many would that come to? There you go. I think it's possible I really have 500 videos on chesslecture.com. Anyway, I didn't count them. I just heard that somewhere. So we're going to take Troll and a roll. Hope he's still a subscriber. S4 is still a subscriber. Nefedov is still a subscriber. And Mule Skinner, I think, is still a subscriber. So those guys are up next. If we get time, we'll take non-subscribers. So Troll and a roll here. I've got to, man, you guys are going to kill me. I've got to do something bad. Okay, the screen might get messed up here for a second. Just bear with me while I mess up the board. I've got to reformat this a little bit. Then we're going to try to make sure it's okay. Sorry, it's off-center there. All right, I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. You have to fix it, and people will freak out if it's not straight. That looks okay. Alright, guys. So I had to reformat it there to make sure I can see the chat while I'm playing. I'm more productive than Hollywood. Let me get this BS closed. Alright, guys. Troll and a roll here. Sorry for the delay, guys, but I wanted to make sure the board looked right. I'm operating with just one machine. It gets kind of sketchy sometimes. I'm used to using 2. I've been spoiled in the past, so I'm streaming with just one machine. It's nice to have, and I usually have an extra monitor too. I have my old online poker setup with lots of computers and monitors and stuff. Now we're really minimalizing with just one machine doing the whole stream. Okay, anyway, welcome to my stream, guys. Turkey Farm, Acerbate, Soltigo, Fonza Curry. All you guys are regulars. JCS, thanks for subscribing. Okay, I don't feel like I'm white when I play Troll and a roll. He's so good in the openings. But I like this setup with the 2 bishops raking the long diagonals. Whenever I see that robot bot, you know what it makes me think of? When I was a little kid, you know, watching the Jetsons. I mean, the robot looks like Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. It's not, Rosie wasn't green. But something about the structure of the square head and the eyes makes me think of Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. Okay, knight f6, bishop to b2. Any other Jetsons fans out there? All right. Most people like the Simpsons. Most people like the Flintstones better, but I kind of preferred the Jetsons. Fonzie Curry, you're very young. The Simpsons is basically an adult cartoon. Okay, knight c6. Alright, we're just going to develop here logically. Oh, I forgot to play unusual openings. No, it's chess 960. Alright, Rosie the Robot. The green guy. Thanks for the bit donation. So guys, don't let me forget to play unusual openings. That's the theme of the day. Obviously, Troll in a Roll only plays chess 960, except when he's playing me in simuls now. Nobody commenting on the fact that I shaved. Alright, knight to f3. I'm still suffering the effects of jet lag. I know it sounds like an excuse, but I feel weird, like I'm gonna fall asleep, and it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But the weirder part is the fact that, you know, I get a good night's sleep every night. I'm gonna copy Troll in a Roll. This is such a good idea that I'm literally gonna copy him. I wouldn't have thought of this on my own. But I will make a point, guys. I don't think that Troll's move is like automatic. I mean, he could have played queen d8. You know, it's possible the queen on d8. It's a tough call, e8 or d8 for Troll. I only have one square. Pub Sladgie. Okay, Discord is now available. Wow, this is going to be good now. We've got a kind of fan club on Discord. But e5 was his plan all along. With the Fonzie Curry like Botvinnik pawn structure. I almost lost yesterday in the blitz tournament. Another Botvinnik English Fonzie Curry. That's starting to get on my nerves. I just don't even want to go there anymore. E4 feels like it would kind of overextend here for black if he pushes that far. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just done playing the English opening. It's just hopeless. We've got plenty of time here. OMG. Too weird that to say, oh my god, you shaved. Yeah, it hasn't been that long. It's not like I have a beard or something, you know. It felt like a big step, though. It's the first time I've shaved since I switched continents. It's always a strange sensation, shaving in a new continent. Okay, e5. If I play like knight e3, he plays e4, I go knight g5, and I'm just screwed. Scrooged. Or am I? I mean, knight c3, I guess. This is more natural. We're just playing symmetry. Well, he's played e5. He's taken this step to do that, and now e4 would be overextending because of knight g5. Move 11. What is up, man? Thank you for the bit donation. 95 last, I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Oh, yeah, I understood, JCS. You're talking about the Discord. Well, a certain person here made a suggestion for Discord, and we decided to go ahead and do it. All right. So, guys, today is Unusual Openings. Tomorrow will be our subscriber stream, 4 p.m., approximately 4 p.m. EDT, same time. Today was a little bit late. I'm still considering doing like maybe once a week a morning stream, just to give a kind of shout out to the European guys who can't, you know, because I can feel the pain. Like when I'm in Hungary, I don't like to play at night. I'm not that fresh. Maybe we'll do like a morning stream here, so the Europeans who prefer the earlier time would be happy. Now, if I were to castle and then you're to play e4, let's be aware tactically. Castle's kingside, e4, knight g5. There's some nasty tactics like Bishop takes h2 check, king takes h2 check, queen e5 check. I have f4, and then he takes en passant. And then I drop my knight on g5. So due to bishop on b7, I mean, castling kingside might actually be unsafe. I would consider doing a fishing pole type of thing here with like h4, although it looks pretty dangerous. I mean, e3 is probably not a bad move. d3, e3. He's going to be playing, what, d6? How is he going to resolve his queenside development? I mean, d6 blocks the b8 bishop. So he should try to do like a fianchetto as well. On the queen side, if he does that. Just talking to myself. I don't know what to do. I have the same dilemma. If I play d3, I block my own bishop on b1. Why didn't I write that down? So, I need someone to calculate such things for me. See, that's the problem. Troll doesn't calculate variations. Like I was saying, castles e4, and he has like bishop takes h2 check. He would actually have queen e5. I mean, he probably had stronger, possibly stronger than I even was mentioning there. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just biting the bullet to make a decision here. I'm blocking this bishop for the good of the position, you know, just so he can't do e4. It's a compromise. We've got a snake Benoni bishop now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play like a3, bishop c2, crawl it out on a4. But I was very concerned about e4 coming down on me, so you got to do something. So the card says, oh, Chess 960. This is going to be the only Chess 960 game today. The theme of today is unusual openings. There are no openings, well, you know, in the traditional sense in Chess 960. So I only do this for the sake of our subscriber, Troll in a Roll, who he has a kind of addiction. Now, he's not a subscriber, so he's in big trouble. You faked us out. We thought you were a subscriber, Troll. What are you doing? Is your other Twitch handle a subscriber, or are you just cheating us now? What about the saddest Troll? Is he still a subscriber to the stream, or did you just swindle us a free game? Alright, this is basically like a typical English Sicilian in reverse. I'm playing a kind of Scheveningen, if you want to call it that. Man, I don't like this bishop on b1 now. Bishop on b1 would be a lot happier in a different place. Got hippo. I want to say hippo. This knight could move away. It's not a hippo at all. It's like a hedgehog. I was trying to say hedgehog. Hippos and hedgehogs, they're animals. They start with H. Everything, you know, gets confusing when you're over 38 years old, like I am. You could just whisper the link to the regs and subs. All right, we've got subscribers, we've got regulars, and we've got GDIs. A3. Where are you getting these weird kappa emotes? All right, I don't know. Okay, guys, Troll will lose on time, and then we're going to move on to Chess 960 not. We're going to move on to normal chess. You guys can challenge me between 5 plus 3 and 7 plus 3. 5 plus 3, 5 plus 4, 5 plus 5. 6 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 6 plus 5. Or 7 plus 3. You can pick the time control. But I'm going to focus on trying to play slightly unusual openings. There's our bishop. It's the snake Benoni. We did get an unusual opening. Crawling out. Whenever I play Troll, I feel like I'm worse. It doesn't matter if I'm white or black. He just outplays me in the opening every time. He's a Chess 960 opening specialist. Listen, Soltigo, I can send a message out to, I can send an email out to the subscribers. So we can do that. 97 now. Undeveloping the pieces. And we're drinking a beer because that'll actually wake me up. I had enough coffee today. I can't drink any more coffee today. I need a different form of stimulant. I think I had like 3 coffees already. We've reached our coffee maximum, 97. That makes sense, though. Get out of the way of the bishops on the long diagonal. 1 beer is enough. So I've been thinking for a while about playing queen e2. I mean, I need to shore up this guy. I'm obviously going to castle queenside. I mean, that was the plan all along. You guys like it when... You know, I mean, beer can be like a stimulant. I know that sounds silly because it's alcohol, but it has a mixed effect. Okay, d5 now I have to take. In a pure sense, alcohol is a depressant, but these things are not that one-sided. It will kind of wake me up a little bit, to a certain degree. 1 beer anyway. Okay, knight takes d5. So I think that one should be traded. Man, Troll really plays the opening exceptionally well. It's basically turning into a normal chess position, kind of. It looks like I'm playing the Con Sicilian. I mean, with colors reversed. Not unusual for like Con Sicilian bishop to bounce around. Like I was talking about Hedgehog. Well, Hedgehog 2. Hedgehog Con Sicilian when you're black. It can bounce from like d8 to c7. We see an example of that here. This bishop's actually performing an important function, guarding this b3 pawn. I lost to Bombus like that the other day on the white side of English. My b3 pawn was indefensible. I was just joking about castling queenside, though. I hope nobody was like taking me seriously in regards to that. Dr. Nefedov. I'm sorry, that's what they taught me in high school gym class. Or whatever, you know, they have to teach you like this. Alcohol is not a depressant. Actually, I did study psychology at Boston University. I forgot about that. I thought it was classified as a depressant. But maybe they've changed the classification of things in the last 30 years. Whenever it was that I graduated from BU and took those, you know, health classes in high school. All right, anyway. Bishop c7 here. If you saw the way that I play poker when I'm drunk, you wouldn't classify alcohol as a depressant either. I'm basically pretty chill, like mostly, but if I get drunk, my style starts to change. I start taking a lot more risks. Bishop c7 here. Alcohol, I mean, obviously affects the chess too. I want to break out with like d4. If we think about the position in a traditional sense, in Hedgehog Spirit, you know, b4, d4, those are our breaks. I talked about the Con Sicilian. Nefedov says, for the record, I'm a PhD dropout. Just imagine the amount of stress you saved yourself from. It's almost impossible to even, you know, to even count. Wow, bishop a6. I'm thinking about knight to g5 now. Just don't have any tactics. It's like he can read my mind with the bishop a6. Alright, I'm going to lose on time now? Really? Man, this is a passive move to play like knight c4 if necessary. I was looking at knight g5. I just don't think it's good. Troll just pressurizing me. It's absolutely like you're playing a master, opening wise anyway. Not in terms of calculation, but in terms of strategy in the opening and fundamental correctness in the early stage of the game. Troll every time just like dominates me. Queen is just Ultra awkward here. What the heck is that? Wow, I just totally spaced. Okay, let's hope I don't miss anything. Troll bringing it with the e4, and I'm just in time to like nullify that bishop on a6. Totally on the defensive. Pizza home delivery. He's bringing down the knight g4 now. Wow, going nuts. Okay, I don't see it. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I just don't see the denouement. My only word that I know in French, except for merci. At this point, Troll started to lose control. Get it? Control. So did I, for that matter. I lost my mind. I had to play bishop takes e5. This is ridiculous. Now I'm probably worse. Okay, just an absurd move by me there. I have to play bishop takes e5 first. But I was like, oh, ops-colored bishops. It'll be a draw. Apparently not that simple. Both of us started to play blunders here in time pressure, but I have to take. You know, this is... I'm down to 20-some seconds and I'm starting to panic when I play d takes e. I have to take here first. I didn't really like the idea of him having opposite bishops. You know, I felt that this would be like good drawing chances for black. But not. I mean, I have a big avalanche of pawns, actually. So Troll, a very good opening. I mean, after this point, what is this move? 18, he's better. Better. 18 moves him better. He's clear pawn up positionally. I didn't like having to play a4, but I didn't see a good move in this position. So here I have to find a better move. I can't find it. You know, it's like you're playing God Jr. or something like that. I just didn't find a good move. I mean, e4 is ugly. a4 is ugly. Okay, thank you for the warm-up game, Mr. Troll. Please don't forget to subscribe to the stream, guys. I'm going to play unusual openings now. This is just a warm-up. We are playing S4. He's a tough customer. Let's make sure we got all challenges from casual challenges. Beer may boost brain power. I wouldn't be surprised. And it obviously depends on what kind of brain you're working with. Oh, I mean beer. No. If you look at... I played better when I was drinking when I played than I play now. I mean, it's... I would never drink alcohol while I'm playing. Now, I'm very serious, but I'm talking about tournament games. But there was a time when I used to, you know, even drink during my tournament games casually, you know, maybe on the Hastings Pier or at a hotel tournament or, you know, maybe in the Hungarian Chess Federation. I'd have a beer during the game. I played better, you know, in those situations than I play now, so I don't know. If I sound drunk, I'm not drunk. I'm just simply high on life. So e4, and we're going to focus on unusual openings. So let's play knight c6. Thank you for the game, Gladys Troll, and as usual, opening specialist, but no tactics. And he's slow. Troll is slow, he has no tactics, but he's a damn good player in Chess 960 openings. It's like banging your head on the wall. Okay, I lost to Bombast, I think. Was it knight c6 in the Simo last week? This is a very unusual move, c4. So now it's e4, e5, c4, knight c6. That's an unusual opening. Or it's c4, e5, c4, e5, knight c3, knight c6, e4. An unusual system. Well, I mean, it's like you got to consider the possibility of some weird king's gambits because S4 likes that kind of stuff. I mean, I've got to admit, like, as far as like breaking with F5, if I wasn't black here, I would seriously consider that. And plus, it's also in his style. You've got to think practically. You don't want to play to your opponent's strengths. S4 is like a very dangerous, creative player who likes unclear positions. What I don't want to do is give him something like that. So I think we want to keep it like steady. Well, what is that? Anyway, guys, please support the stream. I must resume drinking during games. Well, let me put it this way, okay? I couldn't do any worse. Like, basically, my rating is under 2350 FIDE. I'm embarrassed by it. But in all honesty, like, I don't think that my rating could actually get any lower. I mean, I couldn't really get under 2300 if I tried. I basically gave away, like, 50 rating points in draws in the last year or something, like drawing with little kids. I mean, I'm not, like, losing games. I lost, many games many rating points due to draws. But I need to be motivated. That also helps. The drinking helps avoiding draws. It makes you less apt to take quick draws. Anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. F4, he goes with this. All right, so it's a kind of King's Gambit, if you will. But I mean, with the inclusion of C4, he's not going to have quite the kind of dynamism you might see in the King's Gambit. It's not going to be as good as that. I feel like I'm trying to play in the style of, say, like a Wilhelm Steinitz. This looks like a game from 100 years ago. This is awesome. I love this. Classical chess mixed with hypermodernism. But let's just play based on intuition. I mean, is it worth considering doing something crazy like bishop g4 and we just go for the dark squares? There's a nasty tactic that I've only seen work on occasion, which is something like bishop g4, knight takes e5. Bishop g4, knight takes e5, bishop takes e2, knight takes c6, bishop takes d1, knight takes d8. That kind of thing. Like his knight gets trapped on b7 at the end of the day there. That's the way it looks to me. Maybe he can play this better. Okay, guys, I needed that beer. I feel better now. I was almost falling asleep. But now we can manage. I don't know if it's possible to have jet lag after a week of having time to adjust, but I felt like that's what happened to me. Is American beer better than Hungarian? Hungarian beer, isn't really, like, great. I mean, Fonza Curry, you're living in, like, Serbia. I mean, I'm sure, like, Serbian beer is similar. Okay, I had a hallucination here. That's very bad. Hallucinations are bad. My hallucination was one of those classic things where you think your knight is coming back to life. I thought I still had a knight on c6 here. This is kind of crazy. I mean, I can play bishop g4. And then we'll try to corral the knight. Well, I mean, there's a lot of microbrew American beers. So, I mean, if we're talking in terms of, like, major beers, it's obviously very complex, but this is not a beer stream. Am I up a piece yet? Hopefully we will be soon. I don't drink, like, Miller or any kind of mainstream American beer. I'm a guy who lives in Europe, so why would I drink American beer? You've got to ask yourself this question. Duff beer from The Simpsons. It's a beer stream. I mean, isn't this knight just trapped? Like, gone. If I just chop his knight on c3, would that make my job any easier? Not just yet. Actually, I think he missed this. I think that... Okay, now he's just making the best of a bad situation. Okay, White's position is dubious. He's down a piece. He doesn't really have enough compensation. Let's see. He has 2 pawns for the piece, so we can't dismiss it completely. And Solid is a tough guy, but he's a tough player, but this is really pushing the envelope. I mean, he's got 2 pawns for a piece here. I don't really want to give up my bishop on the long diagonal, but his knight is coming to d5, so I think I have to go here. I just don't want to see that under any circumstances. He has all 8 pawns. He has 3 pawns for a piece. Oh my god. Why'd you have to tell me that? I was so much more confident until I realized that he has 3 pawns for a piece. I don't believe in counting material, you know? It's against my better instincts. I know, the more I think about it, the more I think that c6 was like a catastrophic mistake for me to do that. I mean, there just wasn't any need to do that. Oh my god. Okay, let's say f5. Almost a crazy move. May actually be good. It looks almost crazy to do this. I mean, with him coming down on the open files and stuff. Almost crazy or just plain crazy? A knight a4. I didn't anticipate that. And he's fast too. Can we get a rating on this guy? He's 2179 classical based on 32 games. Correspondence based on 16 games. Blitz based on 100 games. S4, what do you do? Do you have like multiple accounts or something? Like, how do you have so few games? We gotta wonder how he has so few games. It's almost suspicious. He just plays unrated games? What do you guys think? Alright. Okay, the bishop on c5 is not going anywhere. I've got to blockade the rolling pawns, you know, with rook d8. I mean, this is basically mandatory. I mean, this is like a brilliant c by white. He sacked a piece for 3 pawns. Please stop spamming Moobot. Who's spamming Moobot? Yeah, that's not cool. Okay, do not spam the Moobot. Please don't do that. Isn't S4 S4U? It wasn't you. It was obviously you. I have G5. Is that something we should consider? Maybe. Before it gets too nasty around here. Hey, maybe my bishop could even get out to like H5 or something. Most Hungarian people are interested in swimming and have several Olympic champions. Okay. It's very funny that Alaman Zeda says this, because my mom was actually asking me yesterday, like, what sports do they play in Hungary? And when people ask that, I'm like, oh, well, you know, people will just watch football on television, but nobody's good at any sports. But it's not really true. Like, it's very strange because it's kind of random in a way, but Hungarians are actually really good at water polo. It's kind of a, as I said, sort of a random thing, but it's true. I'm having trouble mobilizing my pieces. Now, S4 has almost 50% against me. Check it out. They're almost all simul games. There's a handful of blitz. I need to make way for rooks. This is like, we gotta get the rooks out. I still feel like black is slightly better. And Fonsa Curry is right. Like, on a totally off chess subject, basically these states, like, in that area, I won't say Balkan because Hungary is not really Balkan, but like Hungary, Serbia, exactly, Croatia, these countries are very, very good in water polo. And I don't know like how that tradition started, or it does seem kind of random in a way. You know, you wouldn't think of Hungary, it's a landlocked country. Like, why should they be good at like water-based sports? I mean, that's absolutely crazy. Now I've got to just hang on for dear life here. It looks like I'm scared. I'm about to lose on time. Nefilab, once I actually told this to one of my opponents, Mark Ginsburg, when I was playing online. I said, "Hey man, I'm flossing my teeth now." He didn't believe me. Look at this maneuvering he's doing. Oh my god. How is he that strong and that fast? He's just wasting me on time and position. Moves almost instantly. And he's like outplaying me. Down a piece for 3 pawns. The scary thing is how fast he plays. I would say that White is playing like an IM level game here. That move was dubious though. It looked like he was winning with knight c6. This is probably, like, I probably missed something here, but... Now maybe I can fight to hold on. I think I was basically close to lost on knight c6 last move. An amazing game by White, really. And I mean, the impressive thing is that he plays twice as fast as me. And he's only rated like 2087. Okay, I'm talking about water polo. He's not. It's something of an advantage, but man, I've also got a little bit of lag. I think that my connection is kind of slow. It just doesn't seem fair to be like up a piece and be worse. Wow, that's a crazy move to find. Basically very little time. I think if I had played like 97, rook d6 check, White is crushing. Rook b7 is an extremely awkward but maybe almost forced move. Now, am I threatening? Do I ever have a threat? Am I ever allowed to have a threat? Because I don't remember ever having a threat in this whole game, basically. Can I take on c5? There's always some sort of trick, but I think I can take this. S4 played a little fast, so now he's left me better. Famous last words. But I really think I'm better now. He only has 2 pawns for the piece. I thought I just mated myself. I was like, wait a minute, rook d6, it's not mate. He's so fast, it's ridiculous. What is his bullet rating? Just doesn't give me any time to think, ever. I almost played a4 there. Wow. I think I missed something. That's a real shocker. Me missing something. Surprising. The amount of time that we got here. I'm sure I was lost before. On that knight c6, he had me dead to rights. What kind of move is that? Are you kidding me? Found this with like no time. And what a player, man. I mean, this guy is not a master. I mean, it's ridiculous. Finds this with no time. Rook a5 with no time. Man, that's amazing. Alright, impressive game. He's still almost equal against me. That's a crazy, crazy game. I was lost. But I think that White's play is extremely strong. Overall. I was winning, I was lost, I was winning. We were back and forth there. But I want to see that position when you had knight c6. That looked crushing. Here, my friends list is getting in the way. Alright. Here, a little bit later, this position came up where I'm in desperate trouble. Plays d4. Here, maybe I missed something. King f7, yeah. This was what I was afraid of. He has knight c6. It's extremely strong, and the computer says, because of knight d8, he didn't see it. He was moving too fast. But I actually had seen this. And I'm in a lot of trouble in this specific position here with knight c6. I guess this is the only one where I was really desperately in trouble. But that was a definite problem. So here, I guess I was winning, but I couldn't find the move with no time left. He had me in crazy time pressure, and I should have just kept his king cut off, like rook g1. But there's a nice trap here, by the way, guys. If h3, this is like a really key variation. King takes g5, h2. I thought I wasn't winning here, but I missed something. Like, I thought this was a draw. And so I have king f8, apparently. Which I missed. It's a funny variation here. If king f6, knight g8 check, and I queen. So I was lucky, but I was unlucky too. Okay, guys, great game anyway. It was very entertaining. What's up, Raymond Carver? Oh, actually, Nirvana Raymond. This is a new Raymond. I thought it was Raymond Carver. Okay, we will continue here with unusual openings. Nefedov is up next. We're taking the subscribers. Draw. That was a very drawish game, wasn't it? I can make any game a draw. It doesn't matter like how much I'm winning or losing by. I'm either saving good positions or ruining winning positions. Typical game for S4 though. He's unpredictable. So what's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. International Master William Pascal. Ooh, I gotta check something out here. How are we doing for viewers today? 67, great guys. I want to make sure we want to get to 75 viewers average for streams. If we can get it up to 75, we can become a Twitch partner, which would be like beneficial. It would make the stream a little bit better. I'd like to do that. Okay, Nefilov, let's just play a straight up D4. Thanks for drawing losing position, but thanks for not playing knight c6 and like crushing me. You're basically twice as fast as me and give me no time to think. So it's hard to find the perfect moves when you have no time. You wouldn't understand that because you had like 2 minutes or something. But yeah, it's kind of a backhanded compliment. Hey, thanks for giving me a draw in a lost position. All right, you're welcome for not playing knight c6 and crushing me because you tried to play too fast. Okay, knight f6 here. What are we going to do? I want to learn how to play g3. Let's just try it. You only learn by playing something. I'm supposed to play unusual openings, though. All right, well, whatever. What did I do the first game? Did I not play? I did. I played knight c6 first game. Okay, this is not an unusual opening, but it's a line that I don't play, and I don't know. So that's, anyway, that will defend the concept of unusual openings. Do you know that Serbian chess bra? I am, dude. Gladys Troll, what are you talking about? Okay. You mean an actual chess bra? I don't follow chess bra. I just know, like, you know, those main guys. Like, what's his name? The Canadian guys, I know. There's a Serbian Canadian guy, I don't know. Bishop g2. Okay, this is just something that I don't play. Normally we're going to try to play more unusual, in themselves, unusual variations. I've never played g3 against the Slav before. And I thought this is something that I should kind of maybe explore. But the main thing in the stream here today is supposed to be unusual openings. Well, this is unusual for me. It's not really an unusual opening in and of itself, but let's just have some fun here. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, Drunkenstein is Magnus's lichess account. I'm sure there are pretenders. So, can we get our pawn back in some convenient way? It doesn't seem like it's going to be easy, but on the other hand, like, Nefedov doesn't really have a good way of protecting this here. This is just a weird position. Because he's going to play b5? That looks kind of dangerous. Oh, I know, you mean Serbia Miodrag Perunovic. What? Wait. Okay, there's just too many Perunovic, because I know the Grandmaster Perunovic. I thought that's who you're talking about. I'm just confused now. Drunkenstein. Okay, he's got a new account then. What are we talking about anyway, guys? Welcome to my stream. International Master William Pascal. We're supposed to be playing unusual openings. I kind of spaced and played a standard opening here, but it's one that I don't normally play. Anyway, I never played g3 against the Slav. So for me, this is an unusual opening. Anyway, S4, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for an entertaining game. Thanks for not beating me with knight c6. Okay, now b5, a very double-edged move. Obviously, I can play knight to e5 now. That's kind of hard to resist. If queen takes pawn, I play knight takes c6. We have to follow up, with like e3 probably, guarding our d4 pawn. And we'll try to pop his pawns with b3, possibly a4. I mean, it is weird to play b5 when you have a bishop on f5. There's something very strange about that, Without the ability to play like bishop b7 and guard that long diagonal, I think that is kind of a strange occurrence. So now he's saying GM Milos Prunovic from Belgrade. This is an IM, okay. But what does that have to do with Canada? The original question was like something about a Serbian guy, and I don't know, chess bra. And now we're talking about guys in Serbia. I'm confused. And then we're talking about Magnus. I don't understand where this conversation is going in the chat room. Anyway, guys, let's focus on the game a little bit more. Nefedov here, like, trying to hold on to his pawn, but I think that's always dangerous with your bishop out on f5. I mean, generally speaking, wouldn't do b5 unless I can play bishop b7 for the most part. I don't think you'll find this in the opening Explorer. I have an idea. So if queen b6, I can play a4, for example, and just try to tear open the long diagonal. He has like no time to do anything, and I'm threatening a takes b. Queen c7 is more passive than queen b6. It also takes the pressure off of d4. Like, black literally has no threats. So we just rip it open with a4. So Butcher is the name of Miodrag Prunovic, who's playing at Chess Bra. I don't know much about Chess Bra, but I just assumed that they were all like Canadian guys. Merle Dixon, thanks for the donation, the bits donation of 25. No, the Milos Prunovic is a 2600 Grandmaster. It's very well known. Alright, it's like Bob Smith and John Smith. They're different people with different strengths. A4. Gary Kasparov and Sergei Kasparov, or whatever, are obviously different people. Okay, A4, ripping open the long diagonal. I don't like black's game here. Looks creepy. Looks very creepy. Last game was a typical chaos that we get against that guy. That guy Saul, he's very strong. Don't know about his real rating, but I would estimate, I would hate to think that he's lower than 2100 FIDE. I mean, he's just crazy with the tactics. That was an interesting game, though. 3 pieces for a pawn. I was in danger for one moment. So, Nefedov getting in time pressure now. We have certain players we can get an edge against on time, and Nefedov is one of them. Trolling a roll is really bad with the clock. But then again, I'm kind of slow, so it's normally me with the time pressure. Okay, black is just toast now. We're just winning. Not Nefedov's best game. It's total chaos. But like most people, I think that Pavel has certain positions he knows really well and others that he doesn't. And if you catch him out of his zone, then you're good. Will Wolf, long time no see. What's up, chess junkies? Guys, we're streaming from the US. It's 4 p.m. 4:30 actually. I started today. This does not look healthy for black. All right. We got all sorts of good stuff going on. I like queen d6, man. That looks evil. Pure evil. We've got the long diagonal, and then just sitting on the d6 square, 2 extra pawns. No, just 1, 2, 1, 1 pawn. I don't count material. What is an unusual opening I could practice for white? Well, if you want to play something really unusual, someone mentioned earlier today, like b4. I kind of like b4. It doesn't weaken the king side like something like the Grob's opening, you know, and it's not bad. People don't really know what to do with it. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the pawn capture here. This tempting to play knight takes, but I don't want to lose my pawn, and we're just barreling down on c6. This is over. He's gonna have to sack the exchange, like c takes b or something. C takes b. Doesn't sack the exchange, it loses. Yeah, it loses an exchange. We can win it different ways. I don't even have to take right away. I could like move my knight somewhere. Knight a5. Man, maybe it loses a whole piece. Yeah, he's got no place to put his knight. He could play maybe knight b6. So let's say c takes b, knight e3, knight b6, knight takes f5, e takes f5. Oh, that's ugly. Very, very ugly. Very, very ugly. Knight e3, knight b6 only move, knight takes f5, e takes f5. And then we're just winning. It doesn't really matter. Not Nefilov's game today. b4 called the orangutan or Sokolsky opening. And I don't think it's that bad. You know, I mean, that's the thing about b4. It's kind of fun. It's not bad. People don't know what to do. Okay, Nefilov's totally lost it. Okay, not his game today. Fonza Curry's not a subscriber. We're holding on that. Asterbate is a subscriber. Bombus not a subscriber. Testosterone is. This guy's not. He's not. We'll finish the subscribers, Asterbate and Testosterone, and we'll go from there. Okay, unusual openings. We're not going to forget this time. First game I played e4, knight c6. The second game I forgot that we're playing unusual openings today. Anyway, guys, if you don't know, I try to focus on unusual openings on Wednesdays. Thursday is a subscriber stream, so we do game analysis. If you guys want to become subscribers to the stream, Thursday you can come by, bring a game, we'll take a look at it. Okay, there it is. So we're talking about b4. Asterbate was talking about b4. We've got a troll in the house. b4. I'm not going to ban them for some kind of weird Fisher quote, but I still think that it looks suspicious. Well, Soltigo beat me to it. Alright, it was marginal. It's probably something Fisher actually said. So, you know, I would have given him like another chance. Probably, you know, for like saying a literal Fisher quote. Okay, I can see banning him though. We don't need that in the stream. b4. It looks like a troll. If it looks like a troll and smells like a troll, it probably is a troll. Okay, so b4, d5, bishop b2, bishop g4. I recommend this against almost everything that white can play that's kind of hyper-modern and unorthodox. b3, b4, g3, knight c3. I mean, you can d3. You can do this type of setup with d5 and bishop outside the pawn chain. I mean, obviously the London system is valid too, but bishop g4 is a bit more aggressive. Juicebox, what's up? Okay, now Fuxia says, how about the crab opening? A4, E5, H4. My friend FIDE Master Charles Hertan, we have a disagreement about this, okay? Because Charlie used to call it the lobster. You know, he claimed that A4 and H4 was the lobster. And I've been playing, when I was on tilt, I've been playing, calling it the lobster. Some people actually, maybe Charlie called the crab just A4 and like the lobster's H5. I don't really know. You know, like, what's the difference? These are different kind of crustaceans, but I prefer like lobsters, I think. Lobsters are like tougher, you know, they seem a little tougher. Crabs are kind of like you just smash them, you know, very easily. Lobsters are a bit more durable. You know, lobsters could be dangerous to small children. I mean, they're larger animals. You know, you wouldn't want to like be around the really big one. You know, those giant ones that weigh like 40 kilograms or something. The ones that have been like around for 75 years. Occasionally, fishermen dredge up. I like lobsters. Definitely cooler. Okay, G3. I'm just stalling, guys, while I decide what to do here, basically. You can do this. This looks pretty weird for white, but okay, it's not so bad. The lobster gambit and the Latvian gambit. That's a double gambit. You got two gambits going on. You can smash crabs very easily. You know, you step on them, they bite you and they die. They're like bees. But lobsters seem a lot tougher. Anyway, alright, I'm just kidding around. A5 we could play. It just weakens the queen side though. I mean, sometimes we might want to do that later on. I'm just developing my pieces here. Acerbate. I really don't recommend I don't recommend this double fianchetto. It seems like if you're going to play b3, d5, bishop b2, bishop g4, the best way to proceed here is probably something like knight f3. Yuri Lapshin played queen c1, and he wrote a book on the Sokolsky where he put my game against him. It was a rapid game in the Marshall Chess Club. I don't really think they like rapid games, but that's all he has, you know. Queen c1 is interesting, but I think white should probably play like knight f3. What else can I recommend? Oh, f3. Yeah, f3 is played by, but that's different. That's with like b3. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would trust a3 or maybe knight f3. Higher water pressure. Lobsters they have to be tougher. All right. So knight d7, just getting developed. I haven't achieved anything special. White's queenside, though, you know, I played the St. George defense a lot against people for kind of fun. I have maybe 5 or 6 tournament games against 2,300 FIDE plus players with the black pieces with e4, a6 and e4, a6, b5. I only lost one time in like 5 or 6 games. But what happens when you do this extended fianchetto, you become vulnerable to this advanced a5. The a5 will pry it open and create weaknesses. So now Acerbate is listening to the stream and borrowing a page from Yuri Lapshin. A delayed queen c1. What if I just try to take it to him with c5? This is purely intuitive and it's probably a bad move. Maybe not, though. This is a risky move, but I'm going to try to punish his queen by bringing my rook to c8 fast. If he doesn't react energetically enough, black can get a very active game here. But we're not going to play anything like the lobster. You know, I do unusual openings, but I will only play stuff like a4, h4 if I'm on tilt or I'm just messing around. I don't want to waste your time and my time playing like absurd openings. The title of the stream is Unusual Openings, not Absurd Openings. So I don't want to do... Did you guys see, by the way, what was it? Magnus Carlsen played like f3, king f2 against, was it Vidit or someone good? I mean, that's just disrespectful. It was some online game, but... I mean, I'm glad he lost, you know? That's just ridiculous. So guys, check out chesslecture.com. We've got a promotion we're trying to support for their site. They're offering a discount membership for 3 months of chesslecture.com videos membership on their chess video site, membership site for $15. That's $5 a month if you guys want to check it out. Does the Ponziana? Yeah, I would say it counts as unusual. It definitely counts as unusual for me, at least. Interesting wing gambit here by Acerbate. I mean, I don't think that it's objectively sound, but he has an inkling of counterplay. I would say that there's a little bit of compensation. There's some basis for this. He wants to support c4. Now, rook c8, unfortunately, you know, is going to leave my a7 pawn hanging in a lot of lines. So I don't have that. Let's just develop. I'm concerned about c4 because that could chip away at my center and strengthen his bishop on g2. Didn't Acerbate have rook a4 a move ago, attacking both bishops? Oh my god. Whew, that move didn't even occur to me. But that's a good eye. You know, this bishop's protected, though, so it's not a major deal. Always keep your pieces protected. You can't hang a piece if they're protected. What am I doing now? Well, I'm just kind of delaying doing anything, you know, while I'm waiting for this tension to resolve itself. Rook e8 is an essentially passive move. A solid move, but passive, but I'm relieving the guard. I've been reluctant to take on a3 because I feel like it develops his pieces for him. It's kind of a marginal decision, though. This is a very fast time control compared to, like, you know, tournament chess or something like that. So for some people, they play a lot of bullet. Maybe this seems like forever, but that's just about intuition. I want to think here a little bit. Rook e8 is a logical move. Yeah, the knight is actually, you know, protected by another knight, so it's pretty much anchored. But Rook a4 is a good idea. You want to try to use those pieces like that from their original squares. I was thinking crazy stuff like b5, but I'll weaken myself on d4 and in here, man. I've got to be careful. My queenside is not all that... It's not all that wholesome. I mean, Acerbate has this Benko Gambit kind of... His position is sort of sound. He has some Benko Gambit like counterplay, you might say. This is passive a6. But it just resolves that whole situation with my a7 pawn hanging. You know, I don't really want that. Yeah, I like c4. Okay, this is my plan, though. I mean, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Probably too late, though. I mean, it already kind of gets ugly here. Not that thrilled about this position. He seems to have compensation. Now I'm going to have problems along the b file. I really like the way he's playing this. This is straight up Benko Gambit type of compensation. Very, very nice. Really nice strategic play. So, that's a bit awkward. Am I going to have to take this? I mean, this looks awful. I'm bringing his knight to a good square. I think this may just be a big mistake by me. I don't know. I don't know what to do, though. I don't really like my game. On the other hand, I have two connected pass pawns if he takes with a knight. And, you know, maybe that will actually cause him serious problems. I can sack an exchange. Like, say I sack the exchange on a8 in some lines to have two connected pass pawns that are effective. That might be long-term good for me. Maybe a solid move, though, something like just rook b8. And try to hang on to my outside pawns. I have to defend a little bit here. I'm concerned about knight takes and like knight e5 and the power of his bishop on the long diagonal. Why not rook c8? Yeah. Because he's getting off. He's going to play queen b2 probably next move. So I don't feel like it does a whole lot. Like I was considering this. Let's say here. He just unpins like right now. Queen b2 and you know, so there's nothing happening there. My rook's on c8, but now I have to worry about the pawn on b7. And so what's the deal there? This is a very debatable move. Now he has an isolated pawn, and I also have good grip on c5. But on the other hand, he doesn't give me, so to speak, two connected pass pawns. So he's thinking in that way. Anyway, guys, welcome to my stream, International Master William Pascal. We are focusing on playing instructive, really thoughtful chess here, trying to impart some strategic ideas to everybody. D takes c4, not a ridiculous move. You know, I'm a pawn up, but he has some pressure ultimately along the file. All right, at the end of the day, I don't know. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? You know, taking on a3. I don't really want my rook on e7, but it might have been a good defender. Maybe I should have left the tension there a little bit longer. A lot of strong players would kind of moan and groan and say, okay, well, you're just up a pawn here, but okay, we want to be accurate. Um, we want to be as accurate as possible. Protect everything. He might be able to like triple up on the B file, but I think that he's got a situation now where he has an isolated pawn. I can blockade on C5, just kind of sit there, and the question is, does he have enough? Does he have enough compensation, let's say against B7, to justify being down a pawn? Why not pin the queen? I don't understand. Pin the queen, you mean pin the pawn to the queen. That's what we were just talking about. Well, he would step off. It's a very temporary pin. That was my original plan, and then I realized how kind of artificial it really was. So knight d4. Well, e2 looks kind of vulnerable here. That could fall. I have queen c5. Just e5. I mean, e5 will slightly weaken my position, but it's putting the pawn on the right color. You want your pawns to be on the opposite color of your bishops. So here, got to retreat back there. We're hitting e2. Plus this push. A creative game by Asterbait. He needs more practice, you know, doing this kind of thing. It was a little bit dubious, but creative and interesting. Okay, guys, let's move on. Unusual opening theme. Good job, Asterbait, kind of sticking with the theme today. We're going to play Chesstosterone, who is another subscriber. And Juicebox Wizard is here. He's also a subscriber. What's the score? We don't keep score, man. We don't keep score. So, I had a draw with somebody. I think it was Saul. Chesstosterone. I am white. Sticking with unusual openings. Someone said, does every first move have an opening? I mean, the openings are basically determined usually later than the first move. Many of the openings transpose into one another. He made less moves than I do usually. I don't know, Troll. I think he's right on your average. You guys are close. But he played a risky game with the pawn sack Benko style. I thought that was kind of cool. All right, let's play e4, and then we'll go and we'll try to play something kind of unusual here going down the line. But it's hard to play an unusual move on the first move every game. Okay, now against Chesstosterone, what can we do? Let's try g3 on move 2. Sometimes I play this. Sometimes I play a3. That's another move. Let's play a3. I don't know what this is called. I mean, it can... I was almost going to play g3. It's another kind of anti-Sicilian. I don't know if Chesstosterone has ever watched me. I faced a3 on a couple of occasions. I always play g6. I think g6 is logical. Because now b4, bishop g7, that's very awkward for white to have to play rook a2 or something. So we're not going to do that. I mean, I'm just going to play like maybe bishop c4 or knight f3 followed by bishop c4. A type of closed Sicilian with an early a3. Someone mentioned c4. Okay, that's also, you know, a reasonable alternative. I like bishop c4 against the accelerated dragon, or hyper accelerated dragon particularly. But a3 is limiting me a little bit. By playing a3, I haven't played my sharpest type of setup that I can play with knight f3, bishop c4. So we're basically playing... I would call this like a defense or defensive setup with white. I'm basically playing the way that black would play if he was facing, let's say, the English opening with some sort of closed Sicilian setup, e5, bishop c5, knight f6 here. Solid, but not very ambitious for me. It's just like a safe setup where my pieces get out. You could play c4, e4, c5, c4. Aiming for a Marazzi, right? Marazzi was a great Hungarian player. Geza Marazzi, but it's a very inaccurate version, you know, to play like e4, c5, c4 right away. Now I have to choose what kind of setup I want to play here. I guess d3 is okay. Now that I've played a3, wow, Raymond Carver just subscribed. Now, how did Raymond Carver just subscribe 3 times? Are you guys seeing that? It makes it look like Raymond Carver subscribed 3 times. Hopefully he did subscribe 3 times, but hopefully it's just once. All right. Raymond Carver. We've got, it looks like a cheer 5. So he's cheering 5 3 times, or how is this working? That was weird. It was like an echo. So did you cheer just once 5, or was that like multiple cheers? Raymond Carver, what's up, man? Great to have you on the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And that goes for all of you guys. You know, sometimes you play like c3 in these sort of setups, but I think with my bishop already on the diagonal, you know, with already having played a3, I don't want to make too many pawn moves. And this is unusual opening stream. I'm playing stuff that I don't normally play. You know, here we go. You just got like 13 messages. 13 messages on Twitch or somewhere else? Because I just got 3 Raymond Carver subscriptions. He just paid 3 times. Alright. It's basically a form of closed Sicilian, which I don't normally play. What is up, guys? International Master William Pascal. Please check out the videos. I do upload the stream to YouTube. So you can subscribe and like my videos on YouTube. Video chess training on YouTube. All one word, video chess training. Raymond is Legion. Someone's suggesting b6 now. b6 is a very solid way of playing. We're setting up a double fianchetto. I like it. It's not bad. I don't find these positions to be easy for either side to play. You know, if you play d5, there's this tension, and you never know. Like, if you push to d4, are you, like, overextending yourself? Honestly, I play with black, the Sicilian. It's my main defense to e4. So I've been in Chess-Tosterone's kind of position a lot, and I never really know whether to play, like, d5 or d6 or what I feel comfortable with. This rook b8 move's making me a little uncomfortable. I think we're going to need to think a little bit outside the box here. Bishop f4, tempting him to change his structure, and he does it. We can get him to, like, overextend somehow. Now I'm hitting c5. He's not buying any of this. He's perfectly happy to just totally change the structure. Now maybe I have time to play like rook b1. Am I going to get in trouble here? Maybe I need to play like knight to d5. I like Testosterone's position though. I'm just calling him Testosterone. It's just easier to say, faster to say. I had this roommate in college, you know, he was a master of just like giving people nicknames. He did it with everyone. He would like just give you a nickname in the first 5 minutes when you met him. That makes it easy. We could just make up stupid nicknames for everyone. It's more entertaining that way, but Testosterone, not a very creative nickname for Chess-Tosterone. Bishop g5 first looked better. So you're saying instead of bishop f4 to go bishop g5? Just go whole hog? Give him another tempo? I'll take that tempo. When I'm black, I actually like that. I'm just trying to not get in time pressure here. I don't believe in my position. I would believe it if white is equal, but I don't think I have an advantage. You know, I just don't do this kind of line. I'm just doing it for the sake of unusual opening stream. What was my nickname? Well, the creative one was Wild Bill, of course. You know, if you only got 5 minutes to come up with exactly Raymond Carver. Did you say that before I said it? Or, you know, we're talking about like college fraternity stuff here. I mean, it doesn't have to get that creative. Okay, b5. That's a very consistent move. b4. What are we going to do when he plays b4? We'll just chop it out. I'm a little bit worried about like f5, but that's kind of slow. I can play c3. We have lots of options. Good job, Raymond Carver, though. He picks out the nickname. Like, obviously, it's like if it was Family Feud or something, you would... Wild Bill would be in the top, you know. Survey says... Okay, Europeans have no clue what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about an American game show that's very old, where you have to guess an answer to a question. You get like more points for the more popular answers. Slick Willy, that's what my dad called me. You must be psychic or something. Are you looking up stuff? Where did Slick Willy come from? I never heard of that before. How did you... That must be old school, man. My dad was old school. Okay, yeah, he's playing for b4. Let him play b4. I don't care. You know, he can do what he wants. Oh, Bill Clinton's nickname. Well, I was first. No, maybe Clinton was first. Okay, he's a little older than me. But what I want to know is the origin of the name Slick Willy. It must be some old... It must be some old TV character or, you know, some old school deal. Family Feud is still on TV. That's right. But the Europeans aren't going to... They're not going to get that over there. I mean, Wheel of Fortune maybe, but... I don't know. They might have, like, Price is Right. I haven't seen the Family Feud on Hungarian TV lately. King h8. Now, what's up with King h8? That's like Morphe. He's trying to play f5. He's going that. What would Udasin do here? Like d4? h3 seems like it is late. I'm sounding like Arnold. It is late to play h3. d4 becomes tempting now, and I'm getting really low on time. All right. So he's coming with the f5, and he's not joking around. What would Spassky do here? Spassky would play like knight e1 and f3. Man, I don't like that he's threatening that stuff. This doesn't look right. d4 looks wrong. Actually, everything looks wrong. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm going to play bishop h6. Not super crazy about it. It's actually his bad bishop on g7 in a way, but I need to do something. Yeah, Wikipedia doesn't know what they're talking about. My dad was calling me Slick Willy before anyone even had ever heard of Bill Clinton. It's got to be something really old school. Anyway, guys, we're off topic. We're talking about nicknames and American game shows. Okay, here we go. A takes B. Guys, tomorrow will be my subscriber stream. It's basically the same time, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you're a subscriber, join the stream. Check it out. Bring a game. We can go over the games together. And we get a lot of interesting stuff to analyze. Rather than playing Blitz, we're just going to be concentrating on game analysis. Spassky has a b4 game too, according to Asterbait. Spassky, I think, what makes him great, and it was a player that I never studied that much. I don't think I have a collection of Spassky's games. Maybe one of the only players I don't. His universality. Can I say that? The universal player. He could play e4 and d4. He was ambidextrous. Okay, I don't want to see like b3 stuffing my bishop. I'm clinging to d5. That's the weak point in Sicilian and e4, e5 openings. And if I can hold on to d5, I always have something. But I like the way that Testosterone played this. Really, really correct. You can tell I'm not an expert. You know, I'm uncomfortable. I'm kind of confused. I'm lost here. I'm not used to the themes in this type of position. I don't play the closed Sicilian with white very much. The occasional e4, e5, knight c3, knight c6, bishop b5. Once when I was like 20 years old, I had a draw with Josh Whiteskin when I played one of my only ever like e4, c5, knight c3. Josh was like a superstar, famous scholastic, player, and I drew him when I was lower rated. Now let's see, knight e7. I guess I'm playing bishop c4. What else would we do? Clinging to that square. I drew Josh Whiteskin in a closed Sicilian with white. I think that would be about my last closed Sicilian of all time. It was funny because I didn't play e4 back then very often. It was one of my first e4 games, come to think of it. Maybe one of my first 5 games ever playing e4. But I've always done alright. I'm more inspired when I play e4 because I don't play it that regularly. They're kind of special games to me, I think. I always played a lot of d4, a lot of c4, a lot of knight f3, and not so much e4, but sometimes. I like to play e4 in blitz. Never felt as comfortable. Now we got another player in time pressure here. He's playing bishop g4. Well, I mean, darn. Don't particularly want my structure destroyed. And I don't want to lose the exchange with knight e1. That's a nasty thing. Maybe we can do knight h4. Talk about thinking outside the box. Please don't let this lose any material. Undefended knight on h4, just floating like Muhammad Ali. But knight e1 is so passive. Well, he just went with d5. Alright, let's just be done with that. Totally exploiting my knight on h4 in this line. Wow. Okay, I have no clue what to do. We're just down to no time. Chess Testosterone played great in this game. It's absolutely unclear who's better. Maybe Black's better. He's a little more aggressively placed. Now he played the insane knight f4 shot. Wow, that is a crazy move. I'm just praying I'm not lost. That's a crazy move to play with no time. It's kind of deceptively fast. He just mouse slipped. Wow. Crazy game, man. Very high quality play by Black. High quality play. He still even has compensation for the pawn as we speak a little bit here. But look what happened here. This position, like close to the end, he was all over me. He was all over me. The computer is claiming that it's equal. But check it out when he played knight f4. This is a crazy good move. And I found the the Stockfish #1 defense with very little time left. So, well, one of them anyway. I'm pleased with that. You know, to play Queen E3 with very little time left in a difficult situation. Good game, man. This was a really good game. Apparently you were winning. Whoa. What did I make? You had a refutation of knight h4. Oh, that's brutal. Bishop takes h6. We missed this, of course. The backward move, knight g8, like hitting my knight, man. Of course. It's not surprising that this move turns out to be good. Very, very nice shot. Okay. I defended well, but I mean, it's natural to miss knight g8, you know. We both missed it. I could see that happening in like a Grandmaster game if they didn't have too much time. In a long game, most Grandmasters would never miss this, and I wouldn't either, but in a rapid or something, I could see both sides missing it, even if they're fairly strong players. Backward moves are often hard to find. Okay, we got non-subscriber, Juicebox Wizard, and then Raymond Carver. You guys are subscribers. I started a little late today, guys. We started at 4:30, so I want to do 2.5 hours. We've got an hour left. If I pass out, just call an ambulance or something. I'm feeling the jet lag worse than before. Okay, Juicebox Wizard on white. Good to see you, man. We're supposed to be playing unusual openings. I'm not going to go Magnus Carlsen, although I like the move knight h3. Magnus played what, like f3, knight h3, knight f2? I actually played knight h3 against an IM in a tournament game and drew. In a really long game that was crazy to play that, but I don't know. That was alcohol related probably. Back in those days when I didn't care. So we're gonna play something unusual maybe on move 2. Let's start with the first move, the straightforward, and then we'll go with something. Let's see, Horvath Jolt. I think it's a 2400. Maybe he's not an IM, but he's over 2400. Strong player from Szeged, Hungary. I actually played knight h3, knight h3, e5, d4. It's a crazy thing to do, and I managed to like lose a pawn lose the exchange later and not lose the game. Very strange thing. So d4, e6, and now with the white pieces, I mean, I'm supposed to play something unusual here. I'm not getting a lot of vibes on unusual things to do in this position. We can go into a French and then try to find something there a little further down the line. Okay, Astrobate, you would just say play the hippo or hippopotamus. I'm just talking about this with someone. Hippopotamu. How do you say it in French? All right, now, are you talking to him? Because he started to play the hippo now. I thought you were talking to me. He's actually playing a hippo. We got to be Bookhouse partners. I haven't played Bookhouse in 20 years. I'm thinking 20 years. So I was never good at Bookhouse, never focused on it. It's fun. I kind of like Crazy House, but I've probably played like 50 Crazy House games in my life. None on lichess. This is years ago. My high school, I used to teach. I was the coach for a high school chess team, so they would force me to play Bughouse and Crazy House and stuff. E4 G6. Okay, I said unusual openings. Let's go with the crazy pawn push here. Somewhat justified. Juicebox Wizard. Now wait a minute. Is that some kind of reference to the Who? Like Pinball Wizard? Not a big Who fan, but I do know like a little bit of classic rock. My generation is almost the classic rock generation. Almost that old. H4. He's going with H6. I like this. I call it the Sarawan approach. H5 is like a pawn stop, but when you do H6, I could see Steinitz doing something like this with white like 100 years ago. Well, whenever that was. Turkey Farm says Pinball Wizard is incredibly solid too. No, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't lump it in there with like all the crappy classic rock, classic rock that fails to impress. I mean, the Who, like Led Zeppelin, these kind of bands, you got like you got to be respectful. Wait, Foreigner, Juicebox Hero. That's Foreigner. What's Foreigner? What are you talking about, man? Foreigner isn't in the league with. It's not in the league with the Who. Pinball Wizard is definitely not Foreigner. What are we talking about? All right, I'm gonna play H5. With Jukebox is. Oh, I understand now. I'm sorry. I'm Jukebox Hero. I'm mixing up songs now. I'm thinking of Pinball Wizard, and you guys are talking about Jukebox Hero. That is Foreigner, right? I don't know Foreigner songs. That's too. That's not. That's just not high enough on the level. Foreigner is almost cheesy, but they had some classic songs. All right, H5. Now I understand the joke about Juicebox Hero. I never got it, basically. He's a 70s, 80s rock hybrid. Now I understand his name. He's too young for that, though. In my opinion. Yeah, Foreigner is one of those bands, though. They're kind of cheesy, but kind of okay if you want to compare them to other bands of their generation. They're probably in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or whatever. But marginal, cheesy stuff too. I'm not going to reveal any more information about my classic rock knowledge. Okay, G5. So we can batter his structure with F4 at some point, but I think that we want to play aggressively, maybe keep that in reserve. On the other hand, maybe F4 is a kind of straightforward. If you're going to do it, then do it. Like, go all the way. There are other approaches. You can play F3. Maybe Bishop E3 and just develop slowly. I'm feeling confident. I had a beer earlier. I'm a little bit, overconfident maybe. But it's straightforward. I'm trying to think how would Steinitz play, It's similar to a King's Gambit, really. I mean, I could play Knight F3 here and just pick up the pawn whenever I want to. That looks good. Although on the other hand, like why not just take? I'm gonna need to play Knight F3 probably. Anyway, guys, International Master William Pascal. We are doing our unusual opening stream. This is getting pretty unusual, and thanks to cooperation from Juicebox Wizard, we do have a very, very strange position on board here. I'm trying to bust him up with a very quick H5, F4, throwing everything at him but the kitchen sink, basically. I'm usually more restrained, but inspired by the theme of the day and one beer, I'm going crazy with F4. Just going at him like, really caveman style, but it's kind of justified. Now I guess Knight F3. What else? Basically D5 looks like we're kind of overextending ourselves by doing that. You have a holiday chess set, cheese chess set. The board's a cutting board. That's like something you'd see at a... Sounds like something from a yard sale or the Danbury Mint. D6. Alright. Very good, typical hippo move. Now I need to mobilize and develop my pieces. But we're thinking... He's got E5 at some point. That's going to be kind of irritating. Bishop E5 doesn't really do a whole lot. I also don't really want to waste time here. Alright. Mobilize castle queenside. I am slightly concerned about e5. Now that knight is outside the normal hippo reach. I mean, normally you put the knight on e7 in a hippo situation, but he's got g4, he's got pressure on h5. I think he's thinking about g4 particularly, though. I'm thinking about g4 too. Nice move. Now I have to watch for the stupid knight fork on f2. And I mean, my plans of castling queenside are kind of ruined. That's going to be awkward. I can hit his knight, though. Prophylactic move. Do I have time for prophylactic moves here? Maybe. I could actually castle kingside. I mean, that seems kind of crazy in a way with my pawn pushed up here. Okay, but more importantly, I'm stopping knight f2. Getting out of e5 with tempo type of stuff. Now, Juicebox Wizard, it's not clear, you know, if he should castle kingside or queenside. I don't know what I expected him to do, to tell the truth. Just don't let his bishop get on this diagonal. I'm playing way more like open, aggressive than I normally would. I usually like to be a little more restrained. Well, that's a tough move. It's a very tough move. We take on e5, he has a great square. I feel like I have to push. And now he has a great square on d4. If I take that guy, he's taking, and then he has knight e3 in a lot of lines, which is really nasty. Looks like I'm getting outplayed here in an extremely unorthodox type of hippo with black. He just castles kingside, comes with knight d4. I like black. I mean, I know that white has a space advantage here, but I'm not that confident about it. I don't like taking on d4. Pausing for thought there. Black is f5. I mean, this is basically a King's Indian, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a really big believer in taking on d4 and trying to do something crazy like knight b5 and win a pawn. His bishop becomes very strong on the long diagonal. Plays f5 right on me. Almost have to take here. But he could have troubles with that knight on g4 now. Is there a chance he's dropping a piece here? Wow. Check this out. So he's on my bishop now. And if I take on g4, he's taking on g3? Master had that? Oh my god. What is going on around here? Wow, dude. If knight takes h1, I play bishop e6 check. Uh-oh. That's going to be fatal. A little too materialistic there. Juicebox Wizard just played too fast. It's still not over, though. I guess he's losing a piece. It's over. He's losing a piece, simply. I mean, I don't have to play for mate. That's tragic, though. I mean, he had a good game. I like the way that black played here. Like, seriously. It was all very unusual, but I don't think I demonstrated that this is any sort of refutation. No games ever played in this position. Wow, we've got Nakamura. It's Vacher Legrave against Nakamura. Come on, are we good or what? Juicebox. It's Vacher against Nakamura. 2016, H5. G5, exact game. And what does Vacher Legrave do? He plays F4. Are we good or what, guys? Hikaru here didn't take on F4. He played D6. He played D6. I don't know what kind of time control this game was. I mean, this might have been rapid. I mean, I can't imagine Hikaru playing this kind of rope-a-dope stuff in a long game. I mean, anything's possible. But, you know, it looks like something you'd play in Blitz or Rapid, to be honest. So here, this is a theoretical novelty. The engine likes my position, but I still don't think it's so easy. I mean, I think this was a key decision. To play this and to go for that G4 square, man. That was really nice. Best move according to the engine. Stockfish agrees with my play even through bishop G3, and then I must have made some kind of really bad mistake. Let's see, castles, E5. So the computer just hates my move D5. Alright, guys. Well, I'm not going to analyze the whole game, but it got really unclear. Even Juicebox Wizard was better after knight to... Wow. After knight takes F5, bishop takes G4, question mark. Knight takes G3, bishop takes C8. I didn't have time to calculate. My plan was to play rook H3. What am I missing here? I mean, I was just going to play this, rook H3 next. No, okay. The engine thinks that black is slightly better. Okay, guys, let's move on. Let's move on. Good games today. We've got time for... Yeah, we're going for another 40 minutes. So, Raymond Carver's up next. He's a subscriber. I've got massive lag because of the chess engine there. But good job, Juicebox Wizard. Definitely a positive game. Creative yet, you know, you got the instincts of Hikaru Nakamura there. G4. Crazy move from Raymond Carver. Okay, I'm going to play what I... Roman Gingiashvili and I used to work together a little bit, and he and I actually talked about this once. We decided that the refutation of the Grob was to try to exploit like these squares, H4 and F4. So I find here's an interesting move. Someone played this against me, C4. I think it was... I don't know if it was Camel Culture or one of the players. Maybe Camel Culture actually played that against me. Camel Clutcher. There's something about C4 I like better than committing the bishop to G2 here. But it's a very subtle point. Now, you know, there's something to hit. I've got basically into H4, into F4. We're going to hit the bishop on G2. And those juicy, soft squares we can try to exploit. But Camel Culture, whoever that played that game against me, by playing C4 first, you can kind of wait and see what black's going to do. I mean, C4 is a kind of usual move maybe later in the Grob in some lines. I'm not a Grob expert, obviously. So Raymond Carver trying to take advantage with it, turning it into a Grob Scando. Scanda Grob. A reverse Scando Grob. D4. How many viewers do we have, guys? Are we going to hit 75 today? We've got 80. Awesome. If we can do 75, we'll become a partner. On a regular basis, 75. This time is better, though. I've got more people watching than my Hungarian time was really in the morning. Clutcher of camels. Don't grab the camels. D4. They tend to spit. D4. E4. Sacking a pawn. No. E4. Triple exclam. No. We've got to play this like a Scando. Like a real Scando. Okay. We've got to take... Yeah, this looks sketchy. I mean, I think you would actually be better off playing queen takes d4. But maybe. You can play this. Now what do I do with my knight on e7? We try to hang on to the pawn with c5 here? Can I justify the position of my knight on e7 in any way? Yeah, I mean, d5, man. I gotta play d5. Come on. G4 is hanging. Hey Bob, what's up? Thanks guys for watching. What is that? 50W. What is that statistic for Mubat? 50 wins, 5 draws in 13 hours. I'm crazy. I'm not actually Hungarian, but I've been living in Budapest for 14 years. You caught me at this moment not in Hungary. I'm actually in the United States. Raymond Carver has some issues with his g4 pawn. We'd like to put the pawn back on g3, and then you could be playing a kind of normal Scandinavian. You can't really detect any accent. Because I've lived in Europe for so long, I try to not have an accent to make it easier for people to understand me. Alright, so Queen a4. Well, I'm just obsessed with this pawn on g4. But I really shouldn't focus on that and just that, you know, other things too. I mean, I need to get my pieces out. There's an argument for bishop e6. There's an argument for bishop d7. There's an argument for knight to g6. All of these moves should be considered. Knight g6, we try to castle kingside real fast. Bishop e6 develops the queen side. Bishop e6, bishop d7, bishop d7. We have nasty discoveries there. Anything? Bishop d7 is awkward, you know, to be honest with you. We need to do something fast. I'm out of here. I'm just going to develop. Camel Culture, I was just talking about you. Are you the guy who played the Grob against me and then played c4 on move 2? Or is it just my imagination? Was that someone else? It was like maybe 7-8 months ago. There's just not that many games where people play the Grob. It was a Wednesday, and you tricked me. Like played g4, I played e5, and then White played like c4 on move 2. And I stupidly played 97, which I don't think is even appropriate there. So Raymond Carver plays c4. Wow. He's going absolutely crazy here. How dare you do that? So d4, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, bishop takes c6 check. Bishop d7, bishop takes and trading into pawn down ending. That's good. c4 is just nuts, man. Check. What would the late Jula Sachs do? Sachs Jula. So knight c3. Raymond Carver is kind of into development, and I can feel your reasoning for that. Getting the pieces out fast is one of the best things you can do. I'm going to do the same thing here. It wasn't me, although it sounds like me. It was your alternate personality. It wasn't you, then it was some other player around your strength who occasionally plays on my stream. And I had the feeling it was an American player. But that's weird. I was pretty convinced it was you. Fife1919 says, you should play me sometime. My moves are unforgettable. Everyone's welcome to challenge. I don't know how many games I'm going to get to here. Where's my queen going? Next move? The $1 million question. It's not going anywhere. The short answer is like bishop takes c3, bishop takes g4. That's defended. Look at that. It's defended. So he just castles here, indirectly defending his pawn. Raymond Carver's crazy. I don't really want to trade my bishop on c3. I just wanted to get it developed quickly. You know, I didn't really want to give it up. Now I don't really see a good plan. He's just kidding. He's bad at chess. We're all bad at chess. It's all relative. Magnus Carlsen kicked my butt. It was close. All right. Castles. Queen a5, queen e6. Queen e6. Do I have a better square? I noticed Stockfish really likes putting queens on c5 for some reason. Queen a5 makes a lot of sense. Let's just do it. I'm not crazy about trading queens here, but I'm getting low on time, man. I mean, I'm just getting low on time. I need to move quickly. We're 2 minutes behind. We've been talking so much and not doing anything here. Talk a lot, but you're not saying anything. No, don't give me more time, Raymond Carver. It's cool. No more time. I'm only accepting more time because you made a donation to the stream today, but generally I don't want you guys to give me more time. Welcome, everyone. We are playing unusual openings today. Tomorrow is subscriber stream. Friday, more blitz and rapid chess in the morning. I try to make it instructive. The time insult, no, he's trying to be, he's just trying to be a good guy. It's not an insult. I don't think he's confident, in this position. This position looks pretty crazy. It's insulting when you have like a totally lost position and somebody gives you more time. That's just this. But in a position like this where maybe, it's not clear who's better, I won't take it as an insult. But I like to make sure the games don't go longer than like 15 minutes apiece. I think that I prefer h3 to g5 for white if you want to get technical. But maybe you have your reasons. Maybe this is not bad. I mean, restricts f6, h6. Maybe you're right. Okay, tough game. Pressurizing white here. We'll get our pieces out to maximum potential. That's a point, though. I was just talking about the debate over h3 or g5. And I have the ability to play like bishop g4, which I wouldn't have. There's two things. I can play bishop f5 or bishop g4. And I can snipe a pawn here. Bishop takes c3, bishop takes c3, rook takes e2. It's extremely materialistic to the point where I'm almost tempted not to take it. We have other moves, though. Special players as... I'm always joking about Grandmaster Romanician. Man, I'm not even taking your pawn. I don't want your pawn. I'm just going for squares and bishops, stuff like that. Bishop h1, bishop h3, followed by knight takes e2, mate. Always mate. Just play for mate. You got bombed today for giving someone more time. Yeah, it's kind of like saying good game after the game. Never a good idea. Okay, I only do it in cases of people getting disconnected and stuff like that. Unrated games where there's a disconnection issue, no problem. We had the situation the other day with Tushar, one of our regulars. Huh. Well, this doesn't really do anything like rook e1. I mean, it's kind of funny, the situation. I mean, if I play rook takes e2, he has bizarre, sort of perverse tactics, like bishop to d2. Like, check that out. Rook takes e2, bishop d2. Am I going to be in trouble there? Like, rook takes e1, rook takes e1, and like I'm getting mated on the back rank and my knight's hanging. I could trade twice and play knight e6, but then I'm like bottled up and it's hard to get my pieces out. This is strange. And I'm about to lose on time. Again, not being materialistic. This is a very strange decision by me, but he also put his rooks in a strange place. His f rook is like totally immobilized. So it could get skewered or trapped with this sort of thing. Like, doesn't quite work yet. I'm just going to swipe this pawn. I mean, opposite color bishops. I'm not winning in exchange, but we're up a pawn. Obviously, black is better. That's the best I could come up with on short notice. White's just a little overextended. There's some weaknesses, but I'd still say that white has reasonable chances to hang on here. in a practical game. Bishop d5. How about the open file? I like open files. You might want to play a5 though. I mean, I have a 3-on-1 queenside majority, and if I can get the pawns down the board, we can make a queen. I think this is reasonable. I was tempted to play bishop d5, but he just walks away with king g3, and then do I really want to trade my bishop for that knight and leave him with bishop? Maybe it's enough to win. He's going to have a very strong king, for example. In any kind of endgame, it's just like walking up. Look what he did with g5. Now my king is c. It's like there's nowhere to go. I don't have much space, etc., etc. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, this g5, man, it gives him space. He's got me kind of hurting. My king can't play f6. Now I'm running out of time. I've really had enough of this. Well, is this a crazy move or what? b5. This was a stupid move. Oh my god, I did that? This move was very dubious to play b5. Okay, I just missed the point. I think I missed the point here. And then, not thrilled about this. Obscular bishop is going to be very hard to make progress. Unless I can play c5, get the queenside majority moving. Very double-edged game. But we are up a pawn, and we do have a 3-on-1 queenside majority. Of course, things could go wrong here, too. I try to be realistic. Maybe I know what I should do. h6. That looks crazy. Pretty crazy. Basically insane. It's like mating myself almost. It's like self-mate. We'll have to sack the exchange on e5 if he moves his king. Damn, that is an accurate move too. Now, I do have a check here. He has some checks too, which I don't really want to see. The pawn in e3 is just hanging. Okay, Raymond Carver, unfortunately, he's kind of panicking a little bit. I feel like he should have been going for my king all along. That was a heads-up move. Wow. But I can hold both pawns temporarily. Really nice effort by Raymond Carver here. But I mean, it should be too many pawns. He still has defense. No. Alright, Raymond Carver. That's probably like the best game you've played against me, man. That was really, really good. Who knows what was happening toward the end. Excellent game, guys. Alright, we are moving on here. That's through the subscribers, so we're going to take on these other guys. Fonza Curry. These guys are murderers. Fonzakuri and Bombast. Fonzakuri is 4-0 against me. See if he's even remotely human. Alright. Unusual openings. Yeah, I like to play A3 now and then. Nice fight by Raymond Carver, though. Especially in an unusual opening like that. Black played G6. I'm just making this up. It's basically like a kind of Peertz, Fianchetto Peertz. But with the useless move A3. He uses no time. He beats me every single time I play him. That's kind of weird. Okay, 2134. Although his bullet is strange, he's 1900 in bullet. Okay, now what are we gonna do here? F4, rook E1. He wants to play what, like B5 maybe? We'll just play a tempo down, I guess. What is a pincher opening? Good idea, I don't know. It sounds like a lobster. By a very strange move order, we reached a standard looking position, but it seems like I should be like basically a half tempo or tempo down here. Though I don't really feel it so much. Standard Peertz type of situation. What's up with rook B8? I don't know. Want to make sure my E4 is protected. Always overprotect your strong point in the center. Anyway, guys, tomorrow we'll be back with a subscriber stream. We got about 20 minutes left in the stream now, so one more game after this, I guess. Assuming this game lasts another 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, we'll have one more game. So now, knight b3, we hit d6. We've got the bounce back maneuver, knight d2, knight c4. He'll come with some computer-like move here. I don't know. Bishop f4 is not really a threat because of... Though I don't know what better move I had. I mean, am I going to play... Maybe I could play knight e2 instead of that, but knight e2... Knight e2... I don't know. What's better, knight b3 or knight e2? It's kind of a tough call. The knight e5, he's going for c6, protecting that. Well, here maybe I could play a5. Bob Sacramento says, watch... Oh, you guys are giving advice there? Okay. Knight c4 is kind of weird. I don't know what to do, but I don't know what he's doing. Like knight c4, it's protected. a5 is protected. So he's not really doing anything concrete. On the other hand, I don't know what I should be doing. Dropping my b2 pawn, probably not a good idea. Not a great idea. Not a bad idea. Not a good idea. Wow, dude. Knight c4. Mm-hmm. I don't know, if I lose any more games to this guy, I'm not going to play him anymore. It's ridiculous now. He's 4-0. Now a tactic to win material. Yeah. Just lost the pawn there. Didn't see that. He just never makes a mistake. It's very interesting. All right. Well, we've got a little bit of compensation here, but you're Grob expert. 9 inaccuracies, 4 mistakes, and 1 blunder. Nice. Nice job, man. White has a very little compensation here, but I don't really trust this. I'm down a pawn. Thanks everyone for joining my stream. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Trying to focus on the center. White's down a pawn, but black's d-pawn's a little backward. So we have some sort of vague compensation. I mean, because of this pawn square, sorry. Pawn square, whatever. Pawn square. More tactics. Bishop g5, anyone? Nah, I don't know. I think that I'm just going to lose again for the 20th time. But I can't play a player like this after I lost enough so many times. I just kind of give up. Don't have much of a chance here. Psychologically, against someone who beats me every single time, it's too hard. That was like when I played the lichess the other day. This guy subscribed on the stream and got me to play his engine, but it played really, really well. I didn't feel like I had a chance, and I can't really play well in situations like that when I feel like I have no chance. Not a good situation to be in psychologically. Bob, I you know, back in the day I actually had a sports psychologist, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, like instant move, instant move, instant move. I can't really rationalize how this player beats me every single game I play with him. That seems a bit much. Alright guys, time for one more game after this. I don't know who I'm going to play. We have move 11. I think we'll take that challenge next. What is up, move 11? Some chances to draw here if black doesn't play perfectly, I guess. That's probably a mistake to go there. Actually, I don't know what I should do here. Maybe bishop h5. No. Some chance to survive here, maybe. Maybe he's going to give me a break and let me have a draw today. But black could have played it slightly better, probably. I'm still not convinced. Bishop takes. This is a risky decision, but I think it's still a draw. Okay, guys. Yeah, we'll probably play this for an hour now. I had time for one more game here, but I don't know if I can hold this. Maybe king g3. I guess I should play f3. Then I lose. It's not clear. Yeah, obviously you can't win all the games against an IM. It's not really normal. I agree with that. Logic would dictate that. But this should be a draw now. Some kind of study-like win now. This is probably a win for black too. But how would it be? It shouldn't be. There are some problems. He just moves instantaneously without having to think. I mean, that's kind of weird. He's one of us. I don't think we can really call him one of us. I mean, what does that mean, dude? JCS. He's never subscribed to the stream. No, I mean, I find his play to be very suspicious, actually. And I don't really think I'm going to play him any more games after this. This looks like probably I'm toast here. Alright, that's the last game I'm going to play against that account. I mean, I agree with the people that it's suspicious. I don't think we're going to be playing him anymore. That's really too much. The speed at which he plays is like perfect. I wouldn't play him anymore. Yeah, no, dude, that's too much. You've gone too far now. I mean, you've really gone too far, dude. I will not play you anymore. It's obvious, dude, at this point, that you beat me every game. I mean, I am not going to play you in my stream at all, dude. All right, let's play one more game. I've been suspicious of him for a long time, but this game was like the final straw. I think it's pretty obvious, dude. Yeah, it's too much. All right, let's play one last game with Move 11. I'm going to play. But, you know, he'll just create another account. He's had other ones. I've been really, really patient, but I think this is the final straw. All right, guys, let's just move on from it. It's unpleasant, but Move 11 is up next. So e4, c5, knight f3. Perfect technique by my opponent with no time, using no time. It's enough. He's never supported the stream. He's never been a subscriber. He just hangs out, but I wouldn't call him one of us at all, you know. Let's forget about it. So e5, knight c6. Last game for today, guys. This is a theoretical line, queen a4. I'm supposed to play knight d5. I have played knight c7 before. I've also played knight b6. e6 is a move. Knight b4 is a move. Last time I played knight b6, I messed it up. Let's play knight c7. All right, knight c3, bishop g7. What am I thinking here? Bishop g7. Now, maybe b5 or knight e6. No, knight e6 is against bishop c4. Maybe b5. Bishop f4. Knight e6, I guess. Knight e6 is useful anyway. I mean, I might be able to play b5 in some lines. I'm trying to remember. Maybe b5. Knight takes b5. Knight takes b5. Yeah. Is it here? I haven't looked at this in a while. Let's hit 100 viewers. All right. No, I mean, if you guys suspect someone, I mean, I try to be really patient, but this is not a one-time thing with that guy, you know. It's not a new concept. It's not a new player. I give people many, many chances. But if after a point it becomes like really obvious or ridiculous, I've got to draw the line somewhere. Castle's queenside. Castle's queenside. Let's see. That's a really aggressive plan, but why not? It makes sense. Maybe rook b8 here. Bishop b7. Bishop b7, rook b8. I don't know. Move 11. Am I supposed to play b4? Because I don't remember this. Am I supposed to play like rook b8 or maybe bishop b7? Yeah, it's hard to beat an IM every time, but it's not his first account. I mean, he's had many accounts. He's had several accounts banned from lichess. I tried to believe it wasn't real, but it's just it's ridiculous, you know. If he had like a clean track record, I would say okay, maybe it's like I'm wrong, you know, but anyway, here I'm kind of distracted. Let's try rook b8. No, rook b8 allows e6. Rook b8, e6. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. b4, knight d5. God, I don't know. Go here. Knight b5 just instantly from move 11. What is this? I guess I'm in theory. If he plays knight b5 instantaneously, it's kind of a good sign, actually, that I'm remembering something correctly. Knight e6, because there's this knight d6 check. I think I'm actually remembering something. This is actually the way the variation is supposed to be played. Yeah. So knight e6 blocking this kind of frontal stuff along the file here. All right. Still, white has a space advantage, and he's got the e5 square, pawn really well protected. But his knight on b5 is kind of weird. It's sort of sticking out there, liable to be attacked by a6. I've also got queen a5 sometimes. I can bring down some pressure on that, but he's got bishop c4, actually, in the event of needing to protect a2. So I guess a6 is the critical question. What's happening after a6? He has to go knight d4, and that's very awkward for white to play that. I mean, he doesn't really want to do that. h5 is a big problem. But on a6, knight d4, knight takes d4, knight takes d4, I've got nothing. Okay? Play h6. This weakens my structure a little bit. But I can meet h5 with g5. Wow, move 11 has 4 minutes. I have like 2. That's... Okay, he studied this variation. He knows. I might have had another game with him before. Can you still improve? I can't improve anymore. Maybe a young IM can. I mean, I've tried, but my results haven't improved lately. I think I can improve. Well, I mean, I think that the guy like used to lose games to me, but then I don't know, he's bored with losing, so now he's going to win every single time. But that's like over the top, Look at the games. I mean, you don't need to be a genius. But I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I haven't actually really accused anyone of being a cheater in a long time, but if you're going to do it that blatantly that you beat me every single game you play, I mean, what am I supposed to think? I'm not blind, I mean, we have to draw the line somewhere. So bishop c4 statistically the thing is about people that cheat, like the really distinctive thing is that they don't make mistakes. He doesn't make blunders. He doesn't play perfect moves, but he never ever makes a mistake, and that's a problem. So anyway, I'm starting to hate my position here. Wow, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, bishop c4 looks really scary. He's got an answer for everything. Bishop takes e6 is going to crush me right now, so there's no time. Man, this guy is not joking around. I'm going to lose immediately. This is scary. Am I lost? Because it looks like I'm close to lost already. Move 11 is an expert. He's brutal, dude. b4, knight b5. Then I think we looked at this once, though. This isn't just a coincidence. I think I actually looked at this position with move 11 once. Okay, guys, tomorrow's subscriber stream, International Master William Pascal. We will be back. We're going to do game analysis tomorrow against the subscribers. Queen b6 with the subscribers. Game analysis is not against. I'm getting a little loopy. I have some sort of jet lag still. Anyway, I'm in trouble here. Something is not right about this position. He's all over me. I was about to lose in one move. My position looks ugly, and it is ugly, and it has to be bad. This is a dangerous line. If you make one mistake with black, you're basically toast. And I think I already made my one mistake. I don't know what it was, but it's definitely been played already. Someone suggested bishop e6, queen b5. Wow. Okay, that didn't even occur to me. I don't want to do that, though. I want to play bishop takes e6, d takes e6. And just pray that I can not lose by force somehow. Years ago, I had a game with who is now Grandmaster Imre Hera, back in like 1998. He was a kid and he was a prodigy, later to become a GM, but he took several years off. He kind of paused. So very young Imre Hera against me. It was a draw. He had some kind of bishop takes e6. But I think he played it pretty early. It was much earlier than this. The bishop c4 takes e6. I don't know. Don't ask me people's motivation for cheating in online chess. I don't understand. Move 11 played rook d5. You gotta like that square. That's Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, people want the attention, mostly. The rook d5 central control, very good. I'm about to flag. Okay, I gotta make a move. Bishop b7, I'm gonna get my queen trapped. Bishop b3, that's a nasty surprise, the bishop b3. Does anyone have any suggestions here? The thing is, I want to keep a square for my queen. I guess I had b8 all the time. My original intention was to play queen b7, but now I want to keep that for my... Would have been a big mistake to play bishop b7. I would have had nowhere good to go with the queen. Now, what is going on? This is getting, like, obscenely convoluted. Look at his pieces. Is his queen trapped in midboard? His queen is virtually trapped? This is just crazy. Just waiting for the other... What do they say? The other shoe to drop. Look at the piece coordination that white has here. My God, man. I'm winning a rook? Okay, I don't deserve to win this game. I had no clue what I was doing. And if I win this game, it's just a pure accident. Please don't mate me. Now we do like a... We do a hippo walk away. We're up a rook, but I can't castle. So it's still not out. We're still not out of the woods yet. And then we get mated. This guy is scary, man. Let's take a look here. I gotta go, but this was our really scariest game. Alright. So it's all theory. I tried knight b6 last time against him and I lost. So we tried knight c7 now. There is no easy answer for black here. Knight c3, bishop g7, bishop f4, b5 is main line, castle's queenside is like main line. There's only 15 games here. Wow. And I've remembered the right move. So at least it's somewhere in my subconscious, but I had no confidence I was doing the right thing here. And this is like a novelty. Move 11 had showed me this before. If you look at the chess engine, Stockfish here, I know more than I'm saying. Stockfish here says knight b5. Everyone has played knight to d5, but Move 11 discovered, and he did this on his own, that knight b5 is actually, according to Stockfish, stronger than... It might be stronger than knight to d5. And, you know, okay, the jury's out, but it's certainly an interesting idea. Right now, Stockfish is, like, debating. But anyway, TN, knight b5. I don't know what to do. I play knight e6. That's best move. And now he comes with h4. I played h6, but it's kind of slow. If I had a more fast-moving defense here, I would prefer to play it. Computer likes allowing h5. That seems almost insane. Because he's starting h5, h6. So I don't know, guys. It got pretty scary. I played h6. It weakens g6. He has tactics on that. It looks like after this, white is concretely better. I found like the only move. But white has, wow, plus 1.3. Plus 1.3. I would not want to repeat this again, man. It looks like h6 is seriously a blunder. I have to play some other move. But I'm scared of h5. Seriously. This is a very, very dangerous line. So... I mean, I guess my bishop can go to f8 if I have to, but do I want that to happen? You know, you got to think that's not really an optimal situation. Anyway, guys, crazy games. Thanks for the game, Move 11. I'm really glad we got to play something interesting here for the last game. I was lucky. It looks like you had a big advantage, a really big advantage here. You can even sack the exchange, I guess, but knight takes e6 was like a blunder. You played a little bit too fast. Let's say h5. Just calmly let me have the exchange on d5. You know, that rook is like a Shirov rook exchange, sacrifice. You just simply let me have the rook, and you've got great compensation. So this is a really important variation, and I think that it's a cool idea. We don't want to tell any of Move 11's secret 2700 opponents that that he knows this knight b5 idea. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. We're going to be back tomorrow. It'll be a subscriber stream for you subscribers. It's game analysis with everyone. Thanks, Soltigo, for being a moderator today. It's always a pleasure, and you've been a great help. Thanks, everyone, for watching and subscribing. Don't forget the videos. I do upload the videos to YouTube, Video Chess Training on YouTube. If you want to contact me for lessons or something, videochesstrainer@gmail.com. And that's about it, guys. Please support the stream. Donate via Bits and PayPal. We could always use the support. I'll try to keep it going as we get through the summer here. It's not sacking the exchange, says Zachary FIFA. Right, I mean, it may not be. Like, maybe my rook gets trapped on a8 or something like that. Yeah. So, in fact, it's so strong that it's just ridiculous. I mean, his pieces are so centralized and so powerful. You could just intuitively feel that exchange sacrifice just... I'm just calling it an exchange sacrifice. Maybe I don't even win the exchange. Anyway, it's just so powerful for white. Nice position. So anyway, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, everyone, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.